Okay guys, quick update with Bitcoin. We have a little bit to cover here. So first of all, if we continue up, I want to make sure you have those next upside targets I'm paying attention to. We're looking for confluence between multiple charts and the heat maps. I'm going to show you how I was able to predict a pump if we got a daily open above 69,100 based on this chart, and a few other things as well. Guys, if you appreciate this content and you want to subscribe and leave a like, it would be much appreciated. It only takes a second of your time. So if you watched the previous video I put up, guys, this was about 5 days ago. And I was telling you next support level to point to long was around 64,500. This was a critical support level. This is point to chance a long. So next point to scalp a short around, well, this fib channel line here. So if we did push back above, now this is sending a channel, this yellow trend line, said if we got above this point and held support, that'd be bullish back up to the top of this channel. We're currently holding above this fib line here. So that's your current support level to see if it holds. I'll link this video now if you want to check it out. And as you can see, we did hold at 64,500. Notice it pushed up, got rejected. This fib channel line above, point to scalp a short. We hit this literally to the tick at 64,500 and we pushed up. And this is the point I was talking about in that previous video. I said if we get above this point and hold a support, that would be bullish back up to the top of this channel. You can see currently, this could have been support. You can see we're breaking below this point now, so it looks like this is currently going to be a resistance to pay attention to around 72,053. I'll give you key support levels below, and most importantly, your next upside targets if we continue up. Now remember, the halving is coming up. People are getting very hyped about this halving and prices pushing up. So we're going to cover a couple other things as well. Before I get into the D1 chart, guys, to show you how I made this call on Discord. If you do want to get a leverage trading, guys, 3 exchanges I use and trust are Bigot, BingX, and CoinCatch. CoinCatch is no KYC. Jump on that while you can. All those links to sign up are pinned in the first comment description. If you want to learn how to trade on Bigot, this tutorial video I put up showing how to open a long, short, set a stop loss, adjust your stop loss, trigger orders, all that. So if you watch this video, I'll link up to it now. So guys, in Discord, I was making some posts. And by the way, guys, if you want to get access to these live charts in Discord, if you want to sign up, links pinned first comment description. It's opticalartcrypto.com. You can pay with USDT, but you need to email me through the website. And if you do sign up, make sure you email me through the website to get access to our Discord. So this is something I've been doing for a while now on Discord. I keep track of whenever a new tether gets printed. And typically what happens is about 3 days to a week after we typically get a pump. So I was making everybody aware it's possible a pump could happen soon. This was on April 2nd. 1 billion new tether was minted at the tether treasury. See, 1 billion USDT minted. That was a clue that we could get a pump soon. And again, you can see this 1 billion more USDT was minted at tether treasury on April 3rd. You can see right here, another billion minted, hinting it is possible we could get a pump soon. And this is the D1 chart, and this is what I want to cover, and I do want to read this and just show you why I was just saying, look, if we get a daily open above, right here, so you can see I said if we got a daily open above this point, that would be bullish. So pay close attention to the 69.1K area fib line on the D1 chart. So notice every daily open above, it holds a support. Daily opens below means it becomes resistance, with the exception of one time we opened slightly below and we did push up, and that's what I was talking about right here. We opened slightly below, but we still pushed above. So if we hold above 69.1K, that could be bullish for more upside, but would be much more bullish if we get a daily open above. And that's why I said if we get a daily open above 69.1K, it could mean we're headed up to 73 to the 74K area. That's why I said pay attention to that target and this resistance level here. Again, this is Fed minutes coming up on April 10th, something to pay attention to as well. So you can see I was just keeping everyone updated. We got rejected at this fib channel line we previously got rejected at. You can see we had a daily open below. So we're saying wait to see if we get a daily open above that 69,100 point on the D1 chart. When we pushed up, you see we got a rejection. So I'm saying we're at resistance right here. This was our key resistance, this yellow line here. So we got rejected at this point, but I said pay attention. If we get a daily open above 69,100, that could be bullish for more upside. And as you can see here, this was yesterday at 10:38 p.m. I guess as long as we're above 69.1K, be cautiously bullish. However, if you're not currently in a trade from above or below, I would not enter any opening positions here. And the reason for this was because we were in between resistance and support. And if you'll notice, in the next, I'll show you the next post I made, but you see price was above this point here. So price dropped down. So there was confluence. This fib channel line, this red line here, and this white line here on the D1 chart was your critical support. So as soon as price came back down, that'd be a point to enter along, and you can see how this played out. That was the point where we made contact with the blue line. We prices around here, that previous post. Notice we came down, found perfect support twice. Then we pushed up. You can see perfect support right in the D1 chart, and we pushed up. So using the D1 chart, just basically going by, and again, that's what I was saying, every time we get a daily open above, it becomes support. When we get a daily open below, it becomes resistance. Daily open above, it becomes support. Daily open below becomes resistance. And you can see we get that daily open above. It was literally to the tick when we pushed up. So now we are at a resistance level that I've been talking about in previous videos, right at 70. This top Bollinger Band on the daily is at 73K. So we know if we get above 73K, your next point to potentially short or take profit will be around 74,366. The next daily candle will be around 74,500. Now, I'm not saying you need to close your long. If you want to keep your long open, you can scalp a short. You can have a short open at the same time you have a long, or you can just hold your short and see if we push above 74,500. If that holds a support, you're not in. This could be a new point to open a long or to continue to hold your long. All I'm doing is giving you key levels to pay attention to. 73K is your current major resistance just because it's the top Bollinger Band on the daily. If we get above 73K, your next resistance level will be 74,500. That holds a support, and we have some upside targets to pay attention to above that. So again, just want to make it very clear, and you can see this fib channel line right here. These are fib channels. Let me give you, so right now, as long as we hold above 72,040, all right, that could be support for more upside. If that becomes resistance, the next point you'd want to enter along will be this channel that was resistance will flip out support. So if 72,040 breaks, becomes resistance, next point too long is 70,852. If that breaks, the next key support level to pay attention to will be around 70K down to 69,500. That'd be your strongest support level. Obviously, if 72,000 holds, well, according to the H1 chart, your next major resistance level above, and that's one hell of a pump right there, is around 76,086. Now I'm going to show you how the heat maps are in confluence with these targets. I just want to make sure you have these upside targets to pay attention to. So again, your first upside target, 73K. Pay attention to that. We could get rejected at that point, come back down, hold support, and push back up. That's where the H1 chart would come in. That's where you want to pay attention to the H1 chart. If you get above 73K, next upside target to watch, 74,500. If we get above that, the next point to watch on the H1 chart is all the way up here around 76K. And next upside target above that, I pay attention to the macro chart. This is the weekly. Just want to point out, whenever price pushes up, this is the top Bollinger Band on the weekly. We got rejected at 68,792. The next weekly candle, we got rejected perfectly at that top weekly Bollinger Band, 72,094. The next weekly candle we just dropped from. So if this candle pushes up, the next point to watch is around 77,067. Now, a lot of these targets are in confluence with the heat maps. If you'll notice right here, I do not know why this is such low res right now. So again, like I said, you can see 73K. That is a very critical resistance level. Use the heat maps, compare with the charts. So 73K, you can see right here. So right here, top Bollinger Band is 73K. And you can see the heat map. You got a lot of liquidity at 73K. Notice 74K up to 75K, right? So 74,500 to 76,000. Again, those are targets to pay attention to. And again, 77,000 I think would be probably, again, I would get out at this point. Now the reason I'm saying this, guys, and I'll go into this in a video soon about this ring. So 77,000 is the top of this Bollinger Band on the weekly. And again, I talked about this in a previous video, why 80,000 I think would be an ideal point to short. Not saying we're going that high. I just want to make sure you have these upside targets, but I can tell you this. And again, in that video, I will make it very clear, and we'll cover this blue ring. I will zoom out and show you why this ring is so important. We have never crossed one of these blue rings without getting a pump. Now, if price pushes straight up, right? If we push straight up and we get above, let's say 84,640, in this current weekly candle? Well, once we're above this ring, we know we're going much higher. If price continues just to go sideways, all right, when we cross this ring, go all in, because we know we're going higher. If price pushes up and gets rejected and we start dropping, well, once we cross this ring, you know to go all in and go long. We have never crossed one of these blue rings without getting a pump. That being said, I just want to make sure you have your upside targets to pay attention to. Again, there are points to scalp shorts, there are points to open shorts. We don't know what's going to happen. I just give you the targets to pay attention to. But we can see the heat map. There's a lot of liquidity at 75K up to 76K, so it's possible they could push it up, take that out. We could get a little retrace down. Again, that's why you want to pay attention to the H1 chart. So again, 72K is your current support level to pay attention to, as long as that holds. And if we drop below that, 70,800, next point too long. Most critical support level below that is around 70,000 down to 69,400. But as I said, guys, I don't repeat myself, so make sure you have these targets. Again, 76K, there's a lot of confluence to that point. So if we start pushing up, those are points you potentially want to take profit on your long. And again, I will make a video soon covering this blue ring, because that is basically just a money maker. And we know that when we cross this, you go all in, because we have never crossed one of these blue rings without getting a pump. Also keep in mind, pay attention to the indices, guys. We did break down, at least for the Dow, we broke down from this ascending channel. So your current resistance is around 39,300. We could push up a bit. It's going to get a little bullish. Remember, Bitcoin typically follows the markets. But if this is potentially a point we get rejected and markets start coming down, that will be bearish for Bitcoin. Again, guys, when we get leverage trading, 3 exchanges I use and trust are BingX, Bigot, and CoinCash. Remember, CoinCash is no KYC. If you look in the US, that's a great option for you. And do watch that tutorial video if you want to learn how to trade on Bigot. If you don't get access to these live charts and Discord, if you want to sign up, that link's pinned in the first comment description. It's olivercrypto.com. And guys, if you'd leave a like and subscribe, it'd be much appreciated. That's it, guys. Trade safe, trade smart. I'm out.